How did your test go?
Oh, you know, ace shooting range, personal best. Push-ups, sit-ups, sprints.
And your cognitives? Not that I care. I know you're excellent no matter...
Look, I'm not supposed to get those test results till next week.
They don't matter anyway.
Actually, you know what? They do. Look at this. Sweets. Sweets was able to pull some strings and...
What, 97th percentile?
That personal best.
That is incredible.
Don't act so surprised.
I meant...
I know. All right, next year I'm gonna go for 99%.
Very ambitious.
You turned me into a monster. I tell you what, why don't we race around the park here, huh?
What, in these boots?
So you concede. Great, that's good, because you know what? I'm a little sore. I'm gonna wake up in the morning, I'm gonna feel like one big cramp.
How about a glass of champagne to celebrate?
Champagne, huh? Ooh. Bubbles doubles. Watch how that pops.
I knew you would do well. Even though it's technically illegal for us to drink here.
Oh, come on, lighten up, will ya? We've already had sex in Virginia.
We're basically outlaws.
We are, Bonnie and Clyde. Cheers to that one.
Cheers.
I tell you what.
97th percentile. That's pretty...
100 next time. You ever get 100%?
The Bucks host Kyrie and the Celtics, and DeMarcus Cousins heads back to Sacramento. Celtics, Bucks, Pelicans, Kings. Next. Presented by State Farm on TNT and on the Watch TNT app. This is Turner Sports. Tonight on TNT, we turn back the clock. First, Bucks basketball returns to its birthplace. In 1968, the Mecca opened its doors to the expanding National Basketball Association and quickly established a championship pedigree.
It's over! The Milwaukee Bucks are champions of the world!
50 years later, the Bucks revisit their old home with new hope.
The Greek Freak! Do you know who you're messing with?
And aspirations of rekindling the glory days of old. But it's a different kind of throwback for DeMarcus Cousins. His time with the Kings was not what you'd call a perfect relationship. So as he returns for the first time in a different uniform, this is no ordinary reunion. Celtics Bucks, Pelicans Kings, next on TNT.
Kyrie Irving and the Celtics lost their first two, won their next two, and tonight they are headed to Milwaukee. The Greek Freak leads the NBA in scoring, his lowest game in the first four, 32 points. The site tonight, the Mecca, where the Bucks played from 68 to 88. It's an old school opener to our TNT doubleheader. TNT NBA Tip-Off is presented by Auto Trader. Celtics and Bucks going to be called by Kevin Harlan and Reggie Miller and Kristen Ledlow. And then DeMarcus Cousins returns to Sacramento. Marv Albert has got that call with Chris Webber and Roz Gold on Woody. And here in Studio J in Atlanta, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Charles Barkley. Do you like this, what they're doing in Milwaukee tonight? They're going back to the Mecca, you know, 11 or 12,000 seat arena. They've got the new floor that looks like the old floor painted and celebrating their 50 years. You guys both played at the Mecca.
Well, you can never be wrong going to the Mecca. But overall, I think it's great nostalgia. I think there's a lot of things going on, and you know, this team right now, as honestly, has a chance to be a really good team in the NBA in terms of the Bucks. Because I grew up knowing the Sidney Moncrief, Marcus Johnsons, Jack Sickman,
John McLaughlin.
Well, that's the older Bucks. I'm talking about
that's the older Bucks.
But these Bucks are starting to get known nationally, not just in the Midwest. And they have an opportunity to do that. And so all of this is kind of bringing up some good memories.
I looked it up. Remember the one game you played at the Mecca?
No. What did I do?
You didn't play there. I thought I could.
It's like what?
But I couldn't.
He wants to hear that he had a 30 points and 30 rebounds.
You know, I think it's really important that in sports, not just in basketball, in all sports, you always celebrate your heritage. Milwaukee, to me, was an unbelievable place to play. Sidney Moncrief, Terry Cummins, Marcus Johnson, Paul McKeskey.
Paul Pressey, but it was always a great place to play.
Junior Bridgman.
The fans were fantastic, so I think it's great. And now they got the guy who's going to be one of the faces of the NBA for the next 15 to 20 years.
Speaking of that, yeah, the Auto Trader player comparison, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, being compared with the MVP season of Charles Barkley through the first 4 games of that 92-93 season. And you see...
it's not about 4 games, it's about consistency.
Yeah.
Hey, when Ernest's bragging about me, don't interrupt him.
No, but he can't be bragging. He got better numbers than you.
No, but look at Chuck's rebounds through 4.
He had worse players. They missed more.
25-8, that's all you average?
That was 8 assists. It was 15 rebounds.
No, 25.8. That's all you average? You got an MVP for that?
That was the first 4 games of that
I don't
season.
care if it was the first 40 games.
First of all, I was 32 years old at the time. I had better years back in Philly.
Good point.
Does the freak impress you?
The Greek freak really does impress me. You know, Jason Kidd saw something. Because keep in mind, all big guys want to play guard, right? Kenny Chubb, you know, but Jason Kidd saw something in this kid and says, you know what, we're going to let you handle the ball. We're going to let you do what you do. And, you know, to me, he's like a 7-foot Russell Westbrook because he's coming at you 100 miles an hour. Once he develops that jumper, masters that jumper, he's really going to be a problem. But to answer your question, yes, I am impressed by the Greek freak.
Well, you got to be impressed. And the thing I like about the most, Ernie, he's a nice kid. You know, he's doing a really good job. You know, he had the unfortunate situation. His father passed away about a month ago, somewhere in there. And he's been playing with a heavy heart. And I guess the one thing I would notice, because I just sent him a text, the ability to get away from reality going on the basketball court. Because no matter what bad stuff I had going on in my life, when you're inside of those lines, you don't think about anything but basketball. So basketball has probably been a great, because I know he was really extremely close with his dad. But this kid here, man, he's a great kid. And for the next 10 years, people are going to have to look at this kid coming up.
Yeah, 37, 11, and 5 is what he's averaging through 4. On the Boston side of things,
of course, stop it. In the finals, I averaged that. You better Google me, Chuck.
On the Boston side, we begin with Kyrie Irving, who was talking about playing on the Mecca floor, and it was kind of interesting his take on it.
I'm all about safety, so. See how it is on my knees, see how it is on everyone's bodies. I know that this is a pretty older court. Looks like it's fresh painted as well. So I'm just going to do my assessment and go from there.
It's a new court.
Yeah. It took me 3 steps to realize that this is not the same NBA court that I'm used to playing on. So we'll see what's up.
And the only flaw in that logic.
Played on worse growing up.
But here's the deal. He said, you know, you can tell it's an older court. This is a brand new floor. This is
the same dude who said he believes in flat Earth.
But then he said he was just floating that out there to see what people would say.
Well, he floated that out there, too.
He should have known what everybody was going to think. And Ernie, I got one worse than flat Earth theory. The same dude didn't want to play with LeBron. His credibility is shot.
Celtics, quick thought on what you've seen from Boston. They're 2-2 out of the gate.
You know, dramatic blow first game. We all know about that. They're okay. You know, with Haywood, you know, they were talked about as being number 2. Of course, he's gone, and you know, let the first 2 slip away. Got the next 2. They're doing okay. They're not really much to brag about. You know, I still think Washington, once they get their act together, can be, you know, the second best team in the East. But Boston is doing okay, but not really great.
Celtics Bucks coming up, the opener of our doubleheader. Team up with Turner Sports and the NBA to help hurricane victims. Bid on the official game-worn jerseys and other items from the 4 opening night teams and assist those in need. Visit bleacherreport.com/hurricane relief for information on how to place your bid or donate directly. All auction proceeds will help those in hurricane-affected areas. And now is your final time to bid. Auction closes tonight in under an hour, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. There's Kyrie on that new old court coming up.
Whether you want speed, power,
get a good run.
handling, luxury.
I think I look delicious personally.
Auto Trader has all the cars. NBA on TNT has all the NBA. Introducing
the never-before-seen
next level of innovation.
redesigned,
reimagined,
Reborn.
new,
Used.
certified pre-owned.
Ford. Toyota.
Subaru, Volkswagen,
Honda. GMC. Featuring
backup camera,
EcoBoost. All-wheel drive.
low miles,
Park Assist. Sport mode.
for wherever you
Dream of going.
for drivers
Everywhere. For the ride of your life. For the driven.
Shop all the cars all in one place. Auto Trader. If you can't find your next car here, you won't find it anywhere.
Where's Gary?
Saved money on motorcycle insurance with Geico. Going up the country. Later, Gary.
I have a motorcycle. Wonderful.
Geico Motorcycle. Great rates for great rides.
Hi.
In 1992, Maurice Kambar set out to find a better vodka for the perfect martini. And when he couldn't find one, he decided to make it himself. Sky Vodka. Make every day.
You're watching TNT NBA Tip-Off, presented by Auto Trader. Shop all the cars, all in one place.
Yeah, I like this. I like this. So I'm gonna take this, man. This is nice. Big, spacious. I love it.
Bartender. Bartender.
We need a What you think, man? What you think?
Dope. We didn't hear, baby.
Are you serious?
Man, dope. Dope. Spot right
Look
here.
here, man.
Spot.
New places, old friends. We in here, man. Y'all know what it is.
Dope.
Nah. That's Caribbean leather? It looks like it. It looks like it. Look.
Introducing
the never-before-seen
next level of innovation.
redesigned,
reimagined,
Reborn.
new,
Used.
certified pre-owned.
Ford. Toyota.
Subaru, Volkswagen,
Honda. GMC. Featuring
backup camera,
EcoBoost. All-wheel drive.
low miles,
Park Assist. Sport mode.
for wherever you
Dream of going.
for drivers
Everywhere. For the ride of your life. For the driven.
Shop all the cars all in one place. Auto Trader. If you can't find your next car here, you won't find it anywhere.
Remember 2007? Smartphones? OMG. 10 years later, nothing's really changed. It's time to snap out of it.
Hello, Moto.
Snap on a JBL speaker. Put a 70-inch screen on a wall. Get a 10 times optical zoom. Get excited, world.
Hello, Moto.
Moto is here. The new Moto Z with Moto mods. Buy the new Moto Z and you'll get a free projector mod.
Well, like most of you, I just bought a house.
Very nice.
Now I'm turning into my dad.
I text in full sentences.
I refer to every child as chief.
This hat was free. What am I supposed to do?
not wear it.
Next thing you know, I'm telling strangers defense wins championships.
Well, it does.
Why is the door open? Are we trying to air condition the whole neighborhood? At least I bundled home and auto on an internet website, Progressive.com.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto.
I mean, why would I replace this? It's not broken.
We're proud to reveal that Jim Beam Black has been awarded the world's highest rated bourbon. Their words, not ours. Make history.
In 1968, the expansion Milwaukee Bucks began in the Milwaukee Arena, later renamed the Mecca. 50 years ago, they won an NBA championship in 1971 with a young center named Lou Alcindor, later known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and the great Oscar Robertson. When the Bucks began, their roster included names like John McLaughlin, Flynn Robinson, and Wayne Embry. 50 years later, their roster now includes names like Antetokounmpo, Brogdon, and Middleton. Welcome to the NBA on TNT, presented by State Farm. The Boston Celtics with new starters and a bitter memory from a week ago. The Bucks are picking up where they left off in last season's playoff run. Hi, everyone. Along with the sharpshooter, Reggie Miller, Kevin Harlan, we have Kristen Ledlow on our sideline. Reg, at the heart of this resurgence of NBA basketball in Milwaukee is a 22-year-old named Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And in our game, we're always looking for the next big thing. It just so happens the next big thing has been under our nose for the last 4 years. Giannis Antetokounmpo's start for the Bucks has now made him must-see TV. And for the Finals MVP, Kevin Durant, to say he's only scratched the surface of his talents, that's scary, Kevin.
Let's go to our starting lineups tonight. Of course, the big name is Kyrie Irving on the Boston Celtics, but Tatum and Brown are young players on the rise. Horford, the perennial all-star. You see the names of the Bucks: Middleton, Antetokounmpo, Maker, Snell, and last year's Rookie of the Year in the NBA, Malcolm Brogdon, out of the University of Virginia. So the Bucks come in at 3-1. They've won 2 straight. The Boston Celtics come up 2-2. They've won 2 after losing their first 2. Our officials tonight here at the Mecca in Milwaukee, right across from the Bradley Center, Goebel, Kogut, and Kirkland. And here we go. It's the Bucks and the Celtics for the second time this season.
And you see already the length of the Bucks because they start Brogdon at that point guard, 6'5" above for the starting lineup for Milwaukee. They can switch everything defensively.
There was a foul quickly called on Tony Snell with a look at Brad Stevens. Now in his 5th season, the 39-year-old head coach has had a lot on his plate over the last 10 days or so. Here comes Irving around the Horford screen. Different lineups. The mid-range shot won't go. Horford tries to claim it and does. And Irving again. Kyrie Irving puts it down. He's averaging 20 points a game for Boston.
But has not shot the ball particularly well to start this season.
Yep, only 38%. Last year with Cleveland, 47%. Good shot right there. That was put in by Chris Middleton.
It's so important for Middleton Snell to
nice. He is a rookie from Germany, and he played in the German league a season ago. And they had been going with some different players up front. Tatum had gone to small forward. Horford had gone to power forward. Aaron Baines had been starting, but Baines will come off the bench tonight. A shot by Middleton won't go. By the way, Marcus Smart is eligible, and he will play, cleared after spraining his ankle. Horford by Maker and to the hole. Nice play by Al Horford.
Well, better hold off there by Tice to allow Horford to get all the way to the cup. The reason why Tice is starting too, he's a much better offensive threat than Baines is.
Oh my goodness, arms and legs and elbows and knees, and he takes it in for 2.
He is so long and athletic. We talk about Giannis' start to the season. I mean, it's just been incredible what he's been able to do with his all-around talents for this Bucks team.
The rookie Tatum missing that onside shot. Here comes Antetokounmpo, the leading scorer in the NBA, coming. 3 Celtics around him as he goes the other way. Snell for 3. Tony Snell for head coach Jason Kidd, who's now in his 4th season with the Bucks, and last season 42 and 40 for Milwaukee, and in the playoffs And they took on Toronto and lost in the first round.
Yeah, Snell now shooting close to 50% from the three-point line here. Again, so important that they make outside shots to allow Giannis to get all the way to the cup.
Here's the shot clock at 2. This one is taken over Middleton.
Well, what did Brad Stevens tell us? That they've got to get Al Horford more touches, especially early in the game, to establish him offensively.
The Milwaukee Bucks off to their best start in 5 years. Middleton outside, picked up by Jaylen Brown with 9.5 to go in the first quarter. Shot clock is at 7. Outside Brogdon. And again, they try to find Middleton, who leans inside, can't get it, and Maker is there. And picked up by Jaylen Brown.
What a tip pass there by Middleton to Maker.
Irving with Antetokounmpo on him. 2 straight losses to begin the season for Boston, Cleveland, and against these Milwaukee Bucks. A drive by Irving inside with a foul as he was reaching in. And the foul goes on Antetokounmpo, who picks up his first personal foul for Milwaukee. And Kyrie Irving will be at the line for the Boston Celtics. 8:58 to play in the first with the NBA on TNT tonight, brought to you by Auto Trader. Shop all the cars all in one place. And by Burger King. Get 10 spicy chicken nuggets for just $1.49. Only at Burger King restaurants.
It's funny how excited you get when you read that card. In terms of Burger King, your eyes light up, my friend.
Yeah, let me just say one word to you, my friend. Whopper. So the Bucks coming off a win Monday over Charlotte, 103-94. There's a long shot by Snell, which will not go. Rebound by Jaylen Brown, who averages 6 boards a game. John defense.
Yeah, but more impressive, how about 18 points as Tatum gets fouled?
Oh, he came down
on that 3. Looked like he came down
on the
ankle. Snell's foot. Kind of tweaked that ankle.
Tatum's averaging 15 points a game as a rookie. And his first game in the NBA was a double-double in that game you and I did in Cleveland.
How about this? Just goes up over the outstretched hands of Snell and knocks down the long 3 here. From that angle, it definitely looks like he took off from behind the three-point line.
Snell has just picked up his second personal foul, and he will hit the bench.
Yeah, that's a 3. And that.
Now they're going to see if it's a flagrant foul. In other words, were his feet inside his landing area? Watch through the foot. I don't know. Where's he going to step?
If that's the case, you can call a flagrant foul on every contested shot. You've got to contest shots. I mean, I know what happened to Kawhi Leonard during the playoffs last year, and people were wondering if that was a flagrant foul. But you've got to be able to get up into the offensive players and contest shots.
Well, Snell has picked up his second personal. They brought in DeAndre Liggins, the 5th-year player from Kentucky, and watch it once again with Snell's defense.
That's a contested shot. I mean, where do you want him to go?
There's no place to go.
I mean, he's got to contest the shot.
They call it a flagrant foul. 21. So Snell picks up the foul. It's flagrant. Tatum will be at the line. Tatum with the 3, and there is the first free throw going in for him tonight. It's a 5-point Boston lead.
I would have averaged 50 points in today's game. I'm serious. The explanation that, I mean, no, the potential of injury, which I get, you know, you come down on a guy's, foot and you can twist your ankle, but how are you supposed to contest shots in this game?
Horford quickly doubled. Nice defense by the Bucks. The ball knocked away. The difference is when you were defending, there happened to be legs being swung.
Why do you think I did that?
That would have been like a
right.